Anglers Extra.
Well, the rest of the games on the Cape have been canceled besides Falmouth and Chatham. They're going to try and get things going at 7:30 p.m. So we'll do the catch of the day right now. Joining me today is Aaron Gates, lefty out of Pepperdine. Aaron, they call you Gator at school. Is that true?
Yeah, that's my nickname. You know, I guess it's just Gator, Gates, Gator. You know, it's just what they say.
Is there anything to it?
No, not really.
Just because your last name's Gates?
Pretty much.
So you're a lefty here at Chatham. Is there any advantages to being a lefty? Because there's not many lefties on the Chatham Anglers, and you've faced really well against lefty batters.
You know, being a lefty is always, you know, when the hitters are hitting against lefties, it's always different. Especially, you know, you don't see as many. So when you do see them, you know, could either throw off your timing or maybe even like hitting off lefties. But you know, facing lefties, you know, it's always getting ahead. You know, so pretty much a lefty's job is, you know, get lefties out. And if you can get righties out, that'd be great too.
How do you pitch a lefty batter compared to a righty batter? Is there a certain type of pitch you'll use more against a righty compared to a lefty?
Curveball mostly, but you know, number one key to getting lefties out is to, you know, throw first pitch strikes and pretty much bury them, and you know, get them to swing at a curveball down or chase, you know, have them chase a pitch. That's pretty much how you get lefties out. So
you're a reliever right now for the Chatham Anglers. You've been a starter at Pepperdine. Which role do you like better?
I've always liked being a starter better, just because you know when you're pitching, you know. You have a certain routine you can get to, you know, you can warm up and you know you're going to get in the game, as opposed to, you know, relief pitching. You might not, you know, you can say, they can, you know, the coach can tell you you're going to pitch, but, you know, you don't know exactly when you're going to go in.
Well, and you can come out of the pen as a reliever, and someone can kind of set you up for quite a situation where there might be guys in scoring position. You've actually fared very well with runners in scoring position, just 2 for 15 batters against you. Do you feel any extra pressure when you come on and there's already guys on?
You know, being a reliever, you're going to have to pitch with runners in scoring position. And, you know, you have to, you know, pitch well. You know, you don't want to give up your teammates runs, but you also at the same time, you know, you want to make pitches and don't walk guys and throw strikes, and whatever happens, you know, just happens.
You're a two-way player, so you've only had one at-bat here in Chatham. Are you going more with the pitching side of things?
Yeah, I recently just asked my coach at Pepperdine if I can just, you know, focus on pitching. And, you know, because that's what I think I'm going to be at the next level. And he said, you know, that's fine. They agree with that. It's about time that I started focusing on it more. How
difficult was it for you to be a hitter and a pitcher throughout your career up until this point?
Well, I always thought, you know, I was a better hitter, you know, going into high school. And all of a sudden I started throwing harder. And then, I always kind of liked hitting more just because I play every day, play a position. You know, as opposed to pitching, you know, you might play 2 times a week. You know, might pitch 2 times a week. So hitting, you can come to the ballpark. You know, it's more fun for me. But I know that as a pitcher, you know, it's a better chance for me to make it, you know, to the majors. So that's what I need to work on.
How difficult was the decision for you?
You know, I don't really regret it, but at the same time, you know, I kind of miss hitting at the same time. You know, but I hit a lot of fun goes, so it's like, you know, I get my work done, I guess you can say.
A lot of players on the Chatham Anglers this season are two-way players, although we saw them hitting in the beginning of the season, but now towards the end of the season here, we're not seeing most of them as hitters. A guy like Kevin Vance comes to mind. What do you think is the reason for that?
You know, being a two-way guy has always been tough on your body. I mean, you take BP, you know, you run, you do whatever, you play the game, and then at the same time, you need to go back and pitch and do your job, and they're expecting you. You know, you can't, you know, be a good hitter and not be a good pitcher. You need to do well at both. So if one's affecting the other, then you need to give one up to become, you know, better at one, and you know, that's how you play the game.
So now you're a pitcher. Who would you say Aaron Gates is like, a guy in the pros right now?
I've been told, you know, a lot like Randy Wolf. You know, he actually went to Pepperdine, which is kind of cool. He was actually a two-way guy too, but you know, he was drafted as a pitcher, and you know, he pitches, but he's also a pretty good hitter. If you know who Randy Wolf is.
Randy Wolf, he plays for who right now?
He was from the Dodgers, and he might be on the Brewers, I think. Not really sure.
I think he is on the Brewers. And have you ever gotten to meet him, being that he went to Pepperdine?
No, I haven't met him at all. So, you know, I'd like to meet him if he's watching this. But
hey, Randy.
Yeah.
So you were drafted in the 33rd round out of high school by the Baltimore Orioles. How serious was that? How serious were you considering going to the pros?
It was Colorado Rockies, but
my bad.
It was all right. I mean, they drafted in 33rd round. Wasn't really expecting much. You know, I had my mindset on college, but they made a pretty good offer. You know, enough that, you know, you can think about, you know, going. And, you know, I just made the decision to go to Pepperdine, you know, get my education, and then, you know, whatever happens, happens.
What kind of discussions do you have as a high schooler? We've talked to some of the players about being drafted. A guy like Aaron Westlake's been drafted out of college now, but as a high schooler, what do they say to you, the Colorado Rockies?
Just say, you know, being a high school, you drafted out of high school, you have a lot of leverage, and you can sign, or you can, you know, go wherever you're going to go and then get signed again. So, you know, that's when you really want to get signed out of high school, because you have the most leverage. But, you know, they just say, what happened to me is they just said, hey, we're just going to watch you, you know, see how, you know, we think about you, and then we're going to make you an offer. And like, okay. But they don't really say anything, you know, besides if you're a high school or college player. I mean, they drafted you, so, you know, that's pretty much it.
Were there a lot of scouts at your games because Gerrit Cole is also a player with you? You guys played together in high school, right?
Yeah, you know, there was a lot of, I mean, the only team in Orange County that had like lights, so like there'd be literally 100 scouts at every game. So like they just fill our stands. So it was pretty, you know, fun to watch and watch, you know, Gerrit Cole get drafted and where he is now. It's pretty cool knowing, you know, I knew that guy and I played with that guy and I'm friends with that kid.
Gerrit Cole, a pitcher for UCLA, and you guys played together in high school. How close are you guys?
We talk every once in a while. You know, it's not like we're, you know, buddies, but, you know, we keep in touch because, you know we each have a dream, and, you know, we help each other to get where they are. So, you know, we don't really talk that much, but, you know, when we do, it's, you know, it's fun.
Were there any other big prospects besides you and Cole coming out of high school?
In my high school, yeah, there was one more, Brandon Maurer. He was drafted in the 23rd round by the Seattle Mariners, and, you know, he decided to sign. You know, he's doing well in their organization, so we're happy, and I talk to him every once in a while too.
Aaron Gates from Pepperdine, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
That's Aaron Gates. I'm Scott Braun on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!